Hey, everybody. This is Diana coming back to you again with another instructional video. This time I'm testing my webcam and my screen to see if it works pretty good, huh? So, um, last time I did a video, I worked on the rhinestone template and importing that into Desgn Space, and it seemed like it did and went pretty good. So I wanted to get on here and do another video about how to do puzzles and import that puzzle template into Desgn Space as well. So there are two ways that you can do puzzles and puzzle generator. So I want to show you all how to do it because there's two ways to do it in Desgn Space. So I wanted to show you all how to do both ways if that's okay. So I went and I see a lot of people subulating on puzzles, right? So I went and ordered a whole lot of these. So they're called Create Your Own Puzzles. This is 4x3. It's 5x5. Y'all can see that it's 5x5x8 inches, and so it's 2 puzzles in each pack, and so I was able to get a whole bunch of them. And so you can color on these, you can mark on these, you can paint on these. So these are create your own, and you can also sub on these. These are good for subbing. So I went and bought those, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create the puzzle maker that I have. So the puzzle that I have, and I'm going to recreate it on here and then import that into plus a picture into Desgn Space and then go from there. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to go up here to effects, and on the last video I showed you all how you can do different things with the rhinestones, but this time I actually want to do a puzzle generator because I want to make a puzzle. And so as you can see, when you do that, this comes up and you can make thousands and thousands of pieces for a puzzle. So I want to go by what my puzzle says and how many is on there. So first of all, I have to go by the dimensions of the puzzle. And so the puzzle is 5.5 inches by 8 inches. So the width is 5.5, and then the height of it is 8. And then you don't have to mess with the corner radius. The next thing you have to do is you have to do the columns by the rows. So on mine, it has, in the columns, it has 3 columns. So I'll pick the number 3. And then it has 4 rows. 1, 2, 3. Oh, y'all can't see that. Maybe y'all can. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So I'm going to do 4 rows on that. And then the variance, you don't have to mess with it at all either. You can keep it at 10 if you like. That's fine. So when I click update preview, this is what it looks like. And then that's what my puzzle looks like. So I'm going to click OK. And so when you do that, this generates. So this is now your puzzle. This is your puzzle generator, okay? And so the next thing that you want to do is I want to create a picture in here. So there's 2 ways of doing it. The first thing I'm going to do is for the picture that I'm going to use, well, let's just see if I can just keep it like this, because there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it vertically or you can do it horizontally. So I'm going to just keep it vertically. And so the next thing that I want to do is, there's 2 ways of doing this. I'm going to show you both ways of how to do it. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to go and just select the picture. So I'm going to click import right here, or you can go here under file and click import. But I'm going to go right here and click import. Easier that way. So I have pictures already up that I've done. Let's just use this one. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. All right. I'm importing this picture, and it's a worship picture of myself. And so we're waiting. You have to be patient. Okay, so here's the picture right here. So of course I need to make this picture this size of the puzzle. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to unclick, keep my proportionate, and I'm going to change it and then click it again. So I need 5.558 inches. Now I can keep it, right? So I can put this over my picture just to make sure that it matches. And it does. So if I put this to the, if I take my puzzle, which is, I clicked it right here because it's behind it and I can click it and bring it to the front. So I'll click object and arrange and I'll bring it to the front. Okay, so there you have it. So here's my picture and here's my the puzzle generator. And so what I can do now is I could just group these two together. Sorry, I can group them together like so. Um, when I tried merge, I think merge messed it up. Yeah, so merge, don't do merge because merge messed it up. So going back. And sometimes it could be, my thing could be slow, so I'm just waiting on it to respond. Okay, so here we go. So as you can see right here, it has the word group together, so it's grouped. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it as a, so I have to export it because I want to save this as an SVG file and I want to put this into my design space. But I'm going to show you all what it does because it does do differently in design space for some crazy reason. So I just put worship puzzle play and I'll just do it like that and save it as an SVG. Again, in here, you don't have to worry about the resolution of it. You don't have to worry about the registration marks, but you can do the select only because you want to select what you have right there, and then you want to make sure that it's design space compatible because if not, then it won't import into design space. So you do that and you save like that, and then you're done. Voila. So here's another thing that you can do. I'm gonna also save this as a um JPEG, not JPEG, but a PNG, and I'll tell you why after I'm done. But I want to export it, and I want to save this as, I want to save this word right here, but I want to save it as a PNG, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. Mm, all right. So right here, it shows you the puzzle where you're at, and it gives you the color of the background, which is white. You don't have, you can do that if you want. The resolution, I like a nice resolution on it. So, but it really is because you're going to be printing this as a picture. So I usually try to keep it as 300. I'm not doing a drop shadow. I am cropping it. So I'm gonna just keep it like this. This is fine. And I have my preview so I can see what it looks like, auto preview, see what it looks like before I save it. So, or if you wanted to, you can make it transparent. And making the background transparent makes it easier for when you import it. So let's just try it as transparency. So, so I'll click save. This takes a little while sometimes. As I clicked OK. Sometimes you feel like it's not responding, but it actually is responding. It's just not responding at the speed that you want it to respond to. So, all right, so there we go. So now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to ungroup this and I'll show you why, but I'm going to ungroup it. And I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to hide it. I'm gonna show you another way that you can do this. So what I want to do now is I want to just use this. So here's the generator, right? So what I want to do now is I want to go to the feel of this. And so right now it's showing that there's no feel to it. But what I want to do is I want to put a pattern in here. And so when I do that, I want to load the image because that image is what's going to show on here. So I'm going to go to load image and I'm going to go, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go to my puzzle, my picture. So I'm going to go to pictures, go to my camera roll. I think that's where I had it at. I don't even see my iCloud folder anymore. Okay, so let me just go up here and pick one of these pictures because I don't see what my other picture was I had. So I'll pick this one just for the fun of it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, do I have iCloud photos on here? There it is. That's what I want. And I'll go to downloads. I know I had it here somewhere. And I'll go to, is this the one that I chose with my daddy picture on it? Oh, look at all these pictures. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. Go back. I'm still trying to find the picture I was looking at earlier. Kind of hard to find. And I need to have one that's up and down. So, okay. Now I see the picture that I had, but now I don't see. There it is. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So here's the picture that I want in here. And that picture, as you can see, is right here. So I want to make sure that the size of it is 5.5 by 8. And when I click preview, the picture is supposed to show in here. It's supposed what's supposed to show in here. So see, it's not responding. All right, here we go. So there you have it. So now you see that the picture is actually patterned within the within your puzzle piece. So now click OK and I'm done. So with this one, I'm going to show you just so you'll see how to export it. I'm going to export it in 2 different ways so you'll see. I got a folder called puzzle pieces somewhere. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put worship pattern SVG. I'm going to put it, save it like that, and then keep this still the same. Then I'm also going to go back and I'm going to save this also as exported as a PNG, and I'll show you why. Worship PNG. Okay. All right. So again, I want my resolution to be as best as possible. Preview has it like this. I'm okay. I click the transparent background and I clicked OK. So I'm just waiting on it to save for me. I know it's working because I see that this thing is blue. All right, so there we have it. So now we're going to go over to Cricut Design Space. Okay, and so I'm going to show you the different ways of uploading and what happens when you upload each one. So first I'm going to go upload, that's something I did earlier. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to upload the one with the pattern SVG. Pattern SVG. My clothing be like I use me words. So as you can see, it says it's at the top. It says the uploaded SVG contain the following items that are not supported in the clipping paths. Unsupported, import anyway. So if you click continue, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing. And so the reason for that is because Design Space does not support images of objects with patterns in them. So you have to have some kind of cutting path in it. So if you have a cutting path, if you have an object and it has, or a picture and it has a pattern within it, it won't accept it. So you can do the pattern once you're in Design Space, but to import it over from another place that already has a pattern embedded in it, Design Space will not accept it. So when you try and do it, this is what happens. Well, let's go back and see if I can find another image, find the other image. So let's do the pattern PNG and let's show you how that works. So as you can see, this is what comes up. My picture is perfect. So I click complex because if you click simple, it's going to take some of the colorization, the color out of it. So you can do simple. See how that took my color out of it? And if I'm going to be doing sublimation, I don't want to do that. So I can just click that and then I could click continue. I'll move this box up some. I click continue like that. And so zooming out, this is what I want. This is what I want my picture to look like. And so when I click preview, this is what it looks like. And that's what I want. So when you click preview as a cut image, it looks like this. So it's not going to look like anything. But I don't want to use a cut image. I want to use a print and cut image. So this is fine for me. And as you can see, this is what it looks like if I'm doing print and cut. This is what it looks like as a save and cut. But I'm just going to click print and cut and go from there and save it. Sorry, you guys, my computer's running a little slow. And so there you have it. So now let's upload the next one that I wanted to show you all. Let's upload the pattern, the puzzle template on the SVG. And let's see how that works. Okay, so when you do that, this is what you're going to get. You don't get the picture necessarily, even though it's grouped together. This is what you get right here. So I'll click save so you can see. And when it looks just like this one. There is no picture with it. Even though I grouped the picture with it, when I pull it over, the picture did not come with it. But if I go back and upload the PNG of the worship puzzle, is this the one that I did? 36. I think that's the last one I did. Let me see. See how it is? So this is what you see right there. And I'm going to save it again. Now that was the pattern one. So I think Just waiting on it to come up. All right, so I think I did that other one too. I'm going in here to go back and see them just to make sure. And then the template, puzzle template. So I think I did both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I did the pattern. Yeah, so that's the one that said it's not supported. So this template one is the one I want. All right, so it's the same thing. Okay. All right, so I can cancel that. All right, so I'm going to my upload pictures. So it's a few ways that you can do this. You can go in here, you can grab all of these if you want. You can grab this one, you can grab that one, and then you can import both of them in here. When you import them in here, again, you want to be careful with the sizing of it because my puzzle is 5.5 by 8. But when you import these, they probably would be bigger than what you have done. And so you want to make sure that it's not that way. So with this one, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one because I don't want to see this one. So you have two of these pictures right here. So this is the actual cutting, the puzzle cutting. So what you have to do is you have to change the color to white so that you can actually see the puzzle. And that's the same thing with this one. You have to change the color to white so that you can see where it's going to cut it right there. Okay. And you want to make sure that you have the 5 by 5. So this one is a little off. It has 5.5.02. That's not what I want. It has to be 5.5. So I'll just change that and then I'll close it. And then this one has to be the same, has to be the 5.5 by 8, which is fine. It works fine. So with this one, I'm going to open this up. This picture came out too big, as we're going to see. See, that's too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock it. You can unlock it up here, or you can unlock it where I had unlocked it before, where the lock was on the actual picture. Since the picture's so big, I'll just use this one. And I'll put 5.5 by 8. And then I'm going to lock it back. Ta-da! So as you can see, this is the exact same thing. Let me close this up. Okay. So if you look at it, it's the same thing. This one just actually has the cut lines with the actual this is the actual puzzle itself and what it would look like when you cut it. So if you had just a blank chipboard like this and it's not already cut out as a puzzle, then that's what you would use. You would use this one. So if you had like a white chipboard or white cardboard and you wanted to actually make a puzzle from scratch, then this is the one you would use right here. So, but if I just want to do the picture, I can just upload the picture and then just sublimate that picture onto my already cut up thing. But this just allows you to see what it looks like and so that you would know how it would cut and what it would cut. And then when you do go and sublimate it, you want to make sure that you sublimate it you want to make sure that you sublimate it on this board. I think that's what I was trying to say. I don't remember though. So, but I can just easily take this. So now I'm gonna get rid of this. Sorry, y'all. So now that you have this, only thing I do is this is the puzzle that you wanted to create. So you're good to go. So only thing I need to do now is just upload my picture, which I can easily do that by. So another thing you can do, let me go back. Go back. So another thing you can do too is like, let's say I have this. So you can't, which is another thing. You can't contour with this picture either. So you can't like erase these lines and all this stuff. You can't do that with this one. You have to keep it the way that it is because it's a print and cut file. I just want one. So with this one, so you see that? So these two are together. This is one puzzle template. So you have this, and you can hide this, which is the actual cut lines, or you can hide the white background. If you hide the white background, you'll see that. So I had this. I'll just post on that. So with this one, you can also contour. That's what I was trying to get at, y'all. I'm sorry. So you can contour, and you can get rid of this box. And then when you get rid of this box, all thing you're gonna see is these lines right here, as you can see. So if I got rid of that box and I click the X box, my exit, I can't see. Sorry. I can click the X, and then this is all you see. You just see the lines that you need. So, but I want to see the lines, so I'm fine. And then the next thing you can do is just, since you have that already, you can just go find the picture. So I can just go find the picture that I had. And go back in here, go to my downloads, go to where that picture was. And go find that picture that I want. And import that picture just like that. Click continue. I don't want to change nothing. It is what I like it to be. Click continue. I want the click file of it. I want the print and cut file of it. And then just import this image. Insert this image. It might be a little big. Go in here and make it the way that I need it to be. Now, also, you have to be aware that when you're doing print and cut with when you're doing print and cut, you have to make sure that the dynamics of the parameters are right, because if they aren't, then you get that yellow box, the yellow triangle that you saw up here, because it's actually telling you that it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So, and then take this picture. Oh man, sorry. Take this picture and pull it to the front. Arrange it to the front. Okay, you're not gonna let me do it. Oh, so it's already to the front. And just put it like that, like so. And then you could take this. So you can actually take this box. You can contour it and get rid of the lines. Get rid of this box. Contour it. Take this, bring it to the front, and put it over your picture, like so. Okay? But you need to change this to make sure that it is 5.5. And lock it back. And voila. Now you see what your puzzle is going to look like. So again, like if you had a white board that you wanted to cut, this is your cut right here. and then this is your picture, and you would cut and print that picture and sub it right on top of that box, right on top of your puzzle. And so when you go here to make it, because I think I hid everything else, right? Okay, I did. When you go to make it, the first thing you're going to see is this picture, and then the next cut that you have is the actual cut that you're going to cut, puzzle generator that you're going to cut onto that whiteboard. But if you already have one like I do, only thing I want to do is I want the picture. So I would just sub the picture on here, and then you have to make sure that you mirror the picture because you're subbing it onto this. So you want to make sure that you have it mirrored, and then I would just print it. You know, I'm not gonna do it right now, but I think I will when I get off it with you all. But that's how you do it. So it's easy as pie. I hope I was able to help you all today to learn how to do a puzzle generator from uh, from Shortcuts a Lot 5, because that's the stuff that I use. That's the software that I use. We made a puzzle onto Shortcuts a Lot 5, and then from there we added the picture on here, and then we went in and we imported it into Desgn Space, and then we were going to go there from cutting to printing the picture as well. So um, I hope again that this video has helped you all. Thank you so much for the response that I've gotten. Thank you so much for the outlets that I have to even be able to put the video on the Facebook. Shout out to Charmaine and shout out to Lisa O'Neill and them for allowing me to even put the videos on their group pages. So, because you got to make sure if you're doing something like this that you get the correct permissions to do so. So, thank you all so much. I'm gonna keep working at some of these tutorials, and yet not overshadow the tutorials that the other people and the owners of those groups are doing, because they do some wonderful tutorials and helps for us to create on Cricut. So hope you all enjoyed the video. And I want you all to have a great day today and happy crafting, as they say. All right. See you guys later. Bye.